What's good, guys? Welcome to Belmondo TV. It's your boy JC back again with another video, guys. Hope you're well, looking after yourselves and keeping safe and healthy. It's been a little while since I've done a video, so this is nice. I'm still doing the 100 press up challenge for November, which is coming to an end. I'm so proud of myself for that, because with anything you do in life, when you sign up for these challenges, it teaches you a lot about yourself. You know, it's something that we all struggle with in life, the discipline of maintaining something, you know, a dedication. Because my dedication to, I mean, if it wasn't for this challenge, there's no way in the world I'll be doing 100 press-ups a day. No way. You know, every now and then I might do 50, you know, but 100 press-ups a day, it's not something that I will do on a normal day-to-day basis. But taking on the challenge for the cancer research, it has really taught me a lot. It has given me a lot of discipline. It has made a big difference to my body, as you can imagine. Press-ups a day, and on top of that, it just opens up another door for me to do other exercises and stuff. So that's been really good. So I've been busy doing that. And I'll maintain doing the challenge until the end. And I've also been, again, like I said before, this channel is about my journey. It's not about what I've been doing already, because obviously I'm in a band. I've already had a journey with the boys, and it's been great, and it's still going. We've got some exciting projects coming up in the next couple of weeks, which I'm excited about. So I love that. That's my safe place, you know, the band and being in the studio with the boys, and that's my kind of my baby in a sense. So been busy doing that. We'll shot a couple of videos, which is coming out soon. I've also got my own business that I'm starting soon, which I'm going to introduce to you guys. So on this channel, you're really going to see me grow. You know, this channel was set for me to kind of showcase my growth, and then share with the people that want to learn, people that want to share ideas and connect. You know, it's about entrepreneurship. It's about growth. It's about talking about mental health. A lot of the things that us guys don't talk about as well. So it's been really refreshing for me to have this platform and this channel to just keep growing. I mean, this is nothing. I said it before. This is nothing compared to what's to come. There's a lot to come. You know, every now and then I have introduced you guys to my music life, the studio. Every now and then I've introduced you guys. You've seen a bit of me being a family man, but the business man you haven't seen yet, which is coming pretty soon. But I'm loving it. I'm loving this challenge. I'm loving this, being on here talking about issues and problems, especially the mental health, especially my struggles, especially the things I want to do in life outside of the music. You know, it's been amazing for me. It's been a growth. It really has been a growth. You know, because when we talk about mental health, we're talking about communicating. You know, talking to people, talking to others, to open up those kind of worms that's been stuck in there, those emotional baggages that you've been carrying, and it's about talking to people, as many people as you can, especially the ones that you trust the most, and trying to get it out there. And that really helps. And so doing this it's been a fantastic growth experience for me, and I shall continue doing it. The reason I'm doing this today quickly, I thought, I've had a few questions regarding mental health. People ask me a question: what is mental health? Why does everyone keep talking about mental health? Jace, can you kind of break it down in terms of your point of view, what mental health is, and what's the idea behind it? What does it come about? So straight to the point, I would say when I think about mental health, I straight away think about your well-being, your state of mind, your health. The list is quite long, but it's basically about your health, how you're feeling, your emotions, and where you are mentally, on a day-to-day basis, and short-term, long-term. The reason why mental health is a big deal now, it's nothing new. It's just that because of social media, because the people are able to showcase their lives out there, it kind of opens doors to people to talk more. You coming across people that want to talk about their mental health problems, whereas in the past we didn't have social media, people didn't share their lives and things, as you didn't really understand what was going on in the world. Whereas with social media, you're able to see other people gain or lose, struggles, and and people are able to come out and on platforms and share their struggles and mental health problems. So that's the reason why it's a big deal now. My point of view on mental health, I would always say, whenever you're going through life, whatever may be, that you're rich, famous, or non-rich or not famous, there's always going to be a time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you've got money or anything like that. There's always going to be a time where you're going to feel low. Okay. Now, if that low mood is continuous and it's becoming a kind of pattern that you're feeling low mood every now and then, because sometimes you can feel low like once a month or once a year. That's okay. It could be anything. But when it becomes a pattern where it keeps happening, then obviously there's issues. There's issues anyway when you have problems, low moods and stuff. And you would always find there is a foundation to that. There's always, because a problem can't just appear out of nowhere. Like I said, you could be the richest man in the world, you could be the happiest person in the world, but every now and then you'll catch that low mood. If you have got any baggages, you'll catch certain low mood. In that moment in time, you're not going to understand what it is. Sometimes you see people having struggles and pain, and you kind of ask the question, why you got all the money in the world? Why are you low? Why are you depressed and things like that? People always ask those questions, especially celebrities, and people always ask questions. Why would he be depressed? He's got this, he's got that. Got a beautiful woman, you've got it. People are always going to say that, but what you don't realize, that your journey doesn't start from when you became rich, or when you was married, you decided to marry a beautiful woman or a man, whatever. Your journey starts from a baby. The vital thing about that journey is that anything that has happened to you since that, on that journey, that was never solved, would always come back, because that's how your brain works. You may bury issues. That's why they're talking about baggages and traumas that's happened in the past when you're a child. You may have been abused, you may have been lost loved ones, you may have been abandoned. There's certain things in relationships from a young age. There's so many things that could happen along the way of that journey that you would never think of a trauma or a problem that would one day come back in certain times in your life, when you're maybe happy, when you may be rich, when you may be just going about your business. Those sadness, those traumas, if they haven't been fixed, they will always come back, And sometimes it could be as an adult, where you have a relationship where you're abused and violent, whatever it may be. It could be that, but there's always a foundation, and most of the time you find the foundation to be from a young age. Trauma that you went through and never solved. That makes you behave in a certain way, that makes you not maintain a relationship, that makes you struggle to be in a relationship or friendship. So it stems from somewhere. So mental health for me is about problems that you have not solved, and it's now coming back, and you're either haven't got a clue where that problem is coming from, and you're struggling to deal with it. Sometimes it could be overwhelming, which you may result into drinking alcohol, taking drugs, in and out of relationship, sex, whatever that may be. The addiction becomes even worse because of you trying to bury those pains that you have, those traumas and problems that you have not solved. So when you think about mental health, it's always a bulk of something that it's a sadness, it's an emotional sadness, emotional traumas that you went through in life somewhere that was not solved. Now, if you've lost your parent, mum or dad or both, that's a trauma in itself. Have you dealt with that, Joe? Have you dealt with that? Did you get counselling? Have you spoken to people about how you really felt, how you feel now? It's always about something you haven't solved. And how do you solve these problems? You solve these problems by, again, what we spoke about in the previous conversation, communicating with people that you trust, counsellor, family members, close friends, your partner, if you have a partner that you trust. When you start to open up to these people and starting to get these issues that you buried for a long time, things that are troubling you, whenever you're able to do that, that's when you start feeling a bit of a release coming out of it. Because if you're not aware of situation that may have happened in the past, it would always come back to you if you haven't solved it. Now, if you was abused as a child and at the time you didn't think nothing of it, it's going to come back. It's going to affect you in relationship. It's going to affect you. So there's always issues along the journey. Most of the time it comes from when you're really young, from young age to adult. But you have to go, when you're feeling low in those moods, you have to almost kind of pause and go through the whole journey. It's almost like going back, because sometimes, like I said, people find ways. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've said it on here before, there are ways, keeping fit, eating healthy, maintaining certain levels of activity to keep yourself occupied and not bogged down in sadness and lock yourself in a house, in a dark room, whatever. Doing activities, talking to friends, going to the gym and eating healthy, those things do help you. But if it's so deep that you can't deal with these problems, obviously you have to kind of, at some point, get a professional health counsellor who's able to have a conversation with you, or maybe take you back through the journey. If you can't do it yourself, maybe take you back through the journey where this problem may have stemmed from, may have started from. So it's important to understand that you're not alone. I've said this before. Sometimes it could be overwhelming. Sometimes this is where self-harming comes from. When you see people that self-harm and hurting themselves and whatever, you think, why are they doing it? But what we don't realize is the pain. Nothing is worse than the pain they feel inside, but hurting themselves gives them some kind of release from that. And so it's important to, when you're deep in sadness and in trauma and feeling low moods, always understand that there's a reason for it. Because you may not understand at the time, but there's a reason for it. And you have to stop and not look at everyone else. You have to stop and literally just either get counselling if you can't afford it. Talk to your family. If your mum and dad are still alive but not together, that could be the impact that created some of these problems, where separation in seeing your parents go their separate ways. So there's always reasons. So you go back on a journey, you speak to your parents, you speak to friends, you speak to people that know you, trying to find out why you feel the way you feel. You kind of become an inspector. You go back on a journey. You have to go back on a journey and really, really work on where the problem is coming from and how you're going to be able to solve it. And sometimes it's not even about solving it. Sometimes it's just about finding that problem first and foremost, and understanding, the reason why I really feel this way, the reason why I feel rejected, the reason why I feel insecure, the reason why I feel like I'm not good enough, is because in the past I was in a relationship that made me feel this way, or I was abandoned by my parents, or there are reasons. There's always reasons, and you have to. Why am I snappy? Why have I got anger issues? And why am I always snappy? Is it something that happened along the way that I didn't solve? There's always reasons why there's problems. So you have to take yourself through the journey from a young, a baby, probably the time that you can remember. Was there violence? Was there abuse? Was your parents abusive to you? Was there family members or neighbors, friends, and whatever? Was there something that was you abandoned as a child? There are so many reasons, and if you don't focus on finding the problem and solving that problem, it's not going to go away. You know, you can sometimes you have people, friends that want to move around. You can move around the world. You can move around the world, or you can go to different locations. That's not going to solve it. You know, people always say, oh, it's this environment, it's this and that, but you're just taking the problems with you. So I would always recommend, for me as a person now, what I'm doing for myself, if I feel certain low moods, I'm always trying to find out why am I feeling that way, and I can snap out of it. Not snap out of it like it's that easy, but find a resolution to where the problem's coming from and deal with it straight away before it gets deeper, because there's always a source of a problem. And please always open up to people that you can trust, friends, family members, your parents. Talk to them. You're not alone, you know. And people, this platform, this is what it's about. You know, you want to talk to me, we can talk. Send me messages and send me, you know, we can have conversations. It's no problem. It's good to talk. But yeah, so that's for me what mental health is about. Mental health is about it's just state of mind, how in health, emotionally, on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, yearly basis, how you're feeling, and what you need to do to solve those problems, to solve those puzzles, to solve those issues that are unresolved, you know, that needs to be resolved. So it's important that you talk to people that you can trust and that can really help you open up, not to fix you, but to open up and really go back on a journey to find out where the problems stems from, and you can deal with it and try to at least solve some of the problem. And that's important. So guys, thank you so much as always. Please like, subscribe. It's getting a bit dark outside. I'll be back really soon. Much love, keep subscribing, and keep safe and healthy. Bless.